Welcome to the show, good people. I'm your host, Jay Hits. Thanks for coming back to check out the channel. I got a good one for you today. Something that I find just fascinating. I want to talk a little bit about the weather. I want to play a couple things for you just to kind of prove my point. You know, with all the crazy weather that's been going on, if you're like me, I live in the Midwest and weather's been pretty unusual. And I happen to think that the government has something to do with that. Or, you know, there's a couple different organizations or some powerful people that have something to do with the weather being the way that it is. You don't have to believe me. I'm just here to cause you to think a little bit. So check this out. And if I'm right and you believe me, hit that subscribe button after this. So I'm going to play 3 different clips. I'm going to play one from the Nightly News, NBC Nightly News. And then I'm going to show you 2 other clips just to prove my point about the weather. So check this out.
The severe weather has moved on, but the problems continue in California. A mudslide caused a train to get stuck on the tracks today. There were no injuries, while officials say the San Diego River will take days to recede. And now the storms are moving east. Angie Lastman is here. Angie, what are we looking at?
Lester, we're looking at the same storm that impacted California yesterday to move across the country coast to coast. Right now, we're seeing impacts in parts of the Rockies. Over the Four Corners region is where we've seen that snow through today. But this system is going to continue its eastward movement, impacting folks in parts of the south and stretching up into the Tennessee and even Ohio Valley. We're looking at snowfall in parts of the high plains that will make travel difficult tomorrow morning, combined with snow and ice. This eventually is going to be problematic, especially into the afternoon and evening hours tomorrow, for some heavy rain causing flooding conditions, as well as the potential for tornadoes and hail, and not to mention a whole lot of snow impacting folks in the high plains, Lester. That'll be anywhere from 6 to 9 inches. And
Crazy. Not done with it yet. Okay, so that was January 17th, what the weather is and how it's impacting all across the country. Now check this out. So this next video I'm going to show you is on CNET, and I'll put all these things in the link so you can go check them out in full for yourself. But this is a ground-based machine that helps to control the weather.
We're here in Santa Barbara County, home to one of the longest-running cloud seeding operations in the country. We've got some ground-based cloud seeding equipment right here, and we're going to get to hear all about how it works and see it in action. Let's check it out. Cloud seeding is the most common type of weather modification, and it has many different techniques and applications. Today, it's mostly used to increase rain and snowfall, reduce the size of hail, and reduce fog at airports.
Traditionally, cloud seeding has been done from the air. So airplanes have had racks on them where these same flares are positioned on the airplane, and the airplane flies into the storm. So in order to reduce the cost to the client and reduce our carbon footprint, we've been able to station these on the ground. Now we can do this in places where weather permits.
Okay, so if you didn't catch it, he's talking about his clients. To save his clients money, they have a ground-based system, and the system is used to decrease the size of hail. It's used to cause snow, and it's also used to cause rain, and it's called cloud seeding. And so you see the tubes there that are the flares and that sort of thing that they use on the ground. Now, my last video I'm going to show you is this one, and it's actually going to show you how it all works and go a little bit more in depth about the clients and who pays for these sort of services.
This is done by introducing a seeding agent through pyrotechnic flares attached to an aircraft. Think Roman candles with a mission to deliver those condensation nuclei that encourage more collisions and group huddles by ice crystals inside the cloud. Common seeding agents used are dry ice, the solid form of carbon dioxide, silver iodide, or simple salts like sodium chloride. Seeding agents act as additional ice nuclei. In the case of silver iodide, its structure is very similar to ice, hexagonal, which is why experts think ice wants to bond to it. When silver iodide is used in a cloud, water droplets begin to give up water vapor and shrink. At the same time, the ice crystals already present in the cloud collect this moisture and grow. As ice crystals bang into other ice crystals, they become larger and heavier until they fall from the cloud. So why would we even want to do this? Who does it benefit?
In the wintertime, increase in snowfall and is a very significant value add to organizations like hydropower companies.
Idaho Power Company, for example, is interested in having more snowfall during the winter because this produces more runoff in the springtime for hydroelectricity. Wineries, such as ones in Mendoza, Argentina, have also used cloud seeding to protect their vineyards from damage through hail suppression. And lastly, insurance companies like ones in Alberta fund cloud seeding projects in order to lessen damage claims they receive. So how much does it cost? Well, the cost can vary.
Now, we don't have to go into the cost, but I just wanted you guys to see what I was talking about and what I was thinking about. I think that the weather is being controlled a little bit more than we know of, because here in the Midwest, it's usually really cold. I'm talking about it gets down at least to freezing. You know, this time of year, it's usually 30s, but it's been around 50, 60 degrees, and it's been crazy in other parts of the world, or other parts of the country that are typically warmer, or they don't get rain, and it's been more rain. It's been more snow in places than usual. And so I think somebody's controlling the weather. I think somebody or some company is paying to control the weather because, when things are off and there's a crisis, prices go up, people make money in times of trouble. And I'm just here to cause you to think. I'm saying this is my 2 cents. Let me know what you think. Maybe you can share it in the comments and tell me if I'm wrong or if you feel like I'm right. And if you feel like I'm right and you're still here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Become one of the hitters. And until next time, be blessed. I'm Jay Hits, and I'm out.